The other day, while I was in my ballet class, I got hungry, so I decided to walk across the street and get some food. And I always had my mom in the back of my head reminding me, wear your sweatshirt. Because I was in ballet, I had leggings and a leotard. So my cover-up was just a simple baggy sweatshirt. In that moment, I did not know that baggy sweatshirt was allowed. So when I went down the street, there was a construction site next to the store. And the construction man started yelling really vulgar stuff that in that moment I didn't understand because I was only a 12-year-old innocent girl. And that's when I thought, this is all my fault because I didn't wear my cover-up. No, it was not my fault. I never asked for those comments or unwanted gestures. And that's when my eyes opened up to today's problem. Feminism is divided into three waves. The first wave in 1850s to 19,000s. The second wave to 1970s, and the third wave in 1990s. The first wave was women trying to gain property rights, because we could not own a property by ourselves. We had to have a man. The second wave was women trying to get equal pay rights. And this is when Betty Friedman made her book, The Feminine Mystique, where she talked about women not only having to take care of their children and staying at home and cooking food, they could also work and be proactive women. The third wave was when we got the right to vote. The fourth wave is actually happening right now, or at least people believe it is, while we battle street harassment and gender pay gaps. Street harassment. According to Stop Street Harassment is unwanted comments, gestures, and actions forced on a stranger in a public place without their consent and are directed at them because of their actual or perceived sex, gender, gender expression, or sexual orientation. Let me reinstate, without their consent. Nobody's asking for this, but it still happens. A study held by George Washington University asked women a couple of questions, and 916 women answered this survey. The first question, have you ever been harassed? 99% said yes. And of those 916, the 99% was 913 women said that they had been harassed. This is not normal. And 67% said at least once a month. 67% also said they were part of excessive staring and leering. 97% said honking and whistling, and 37% at least once a month. With this survey, a lot of people started acting up. They knew this was not normal and decided to do something about it. The hashtag #MeToo was something very, very powerful that started when people started targeting specific companies that had gender pay gaps, and and actors who were abused by their directors, or even normal people that were abused by their boss, started using the hashtag #MeToo so women didn't feel alone. Everyday sexism, a project started by Laura Bates when she was harassed. This project is a website made for women to make their stories be heard, and so people can hear the stories. So people can hear their stories. So women don't feel alone, and they know that they are not alone. Gender pay gaps. Another fight that people believe is happening in the fourth wave. Gender pay gaps are the gap between men and women's income for doing the exact same job, the exact same time, with the exact same effort. A study made by United States Bureau showed the general gaps in industries. registered nurses, payroll and timekeeping clerks, secretaries, medical assistants. If you could see the chart, here it says 80% or more female workers. The gaps are small, but they're still there. 45 to 50% female workers. The gaps get even larger and larger. And when it arrives to 80% male workers, they're more large than ever. Ryanair is a company that has very large gender pay gaps and is known for that, but nobody cares. They all just realize and ignore the problem, but somebody has to speak up. In a normal income, 71.8% per hour is given more to men. That is 67% less to women per hour. But are gender pay gaps illegal? Well, yes. Gender pay gaps are illegal, but there's still a problem. And that brings me back. The fourth wave is now. We have to speak up. We have to do something about this. Women have to reinforce this law and we have to get the same rights. Because according to the law, we do have them, but nobody actually respects them. Respected. We cannot let men get more for doing the same job. We are equal. We're not less, we're not more. We are equal. Let's make our voices be heard and do something about this.